Join me as I take on the challenge of breaking free from my most draining habits and boosting my energy for a whole week. Today, I want to talk about something that I think we all struggle with: feeling sluggish and low on energy. You know, those days when you just can't seem to get out of bed, or when you're stuck in a rut and can't muster up the motivation to tackle your to-do list. It's like your batteries are running on empty, and no amount of coffee or nap seems to help. But what if I told you that the solution to this problem doesn't lie in some fancy new supplement or energy drink, but rather in breaking free from certain habits that are draining your energy in the first place? One of the biggest energy suckers out there is procrastination. You know, when you put off that important task until the last minute, and then wonder why you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Or what about negative thinking? When you're constantly beating yourself up over past mistakes or worrying about the future. And then there's poor sleep patterns, staying up way too late binge-watching your favorite show, or scrolling through social media until the wee hours of the morning. These habits may seem harmless, but trust me, they're major energy killers. Procrastination, for example, not only wastes time, but also leads to feelings of guilt and anxiety. Imagine if you could tackle that task head-on, without putting it off until the last minute. You'd feel more in control, more confident, and more energized. Negative thinking is another major culprit. When you're stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and criticism, it's like carrying around a heavy weight that's dragging you down. Imagine if you could break free from those patterns of thought and instead focus on positivity and self-encouragement. Another habit that drains energy is poor sleep patterns. When you're getting less than 7 hours of sleep a night, you're basically running on fumes. You're more irritable, more sluggish, and less productive. And let's be real, who hasn't stayed up way too late scrolling through social media or watching just one more episode of their favorite show? But imagine if you could establish a consistent sleep routine and wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated every morning. So how do these habits drain our energy? Well, when we procrastinate, we're not only wasting time, but also creating unnecessary stress and anxiety. When we engage in negative thinking, we're depleting our mental energy and sabotaging our confidence. And when we neglect our sleep, we're physically exhausting ourselves. But here's the thing, once you become aware of these habits, you can start to make changes. You can start to break free from the patterns that are holding you back. So what's the key to breaking free from these draining habits? For me, it's all about mindset. It's about recognizing that these habits are not only energy draining, but also patterns that are holding me back from living my best life. It's about making a conscious decision to take control, to take responsibility for my energy and my well-being. It's about recognizing that I have the power to choose how I spend my time, how I think, and how I take care of myself. When you make the shift from being controlled by your habits to being in control of your habits, that's when the magic happens. That's when you start to feel more energized, more motivated, and more fulfilled. You start to show up more fully in your life, and that's when the real transformation begins. So to summarize, today we talked about the importance of breaking free from draining habits in order to boost our energy and live a more fulfilling life. We explored some common habits that drain our energy, from procrastination to negative thinking to poor sleep patterns. We dove deeper into how these habits affect us and how we can start to make changes to break free from them. And finally, we discussed the key to making that shift, which is all about mindset and taking control of our habits. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment below with your own experiences of breaking free from draining habits. Also, if you want to learn more about improving your energy and productivity, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be sharing some more tips and strategies for boosting your energy and taking your life to the next level.